I guess you heard by now when Trump's pet ape, J.D. Vance, this little racist pig, when he went to the Kennedy Center on Thursday for a concert by the National Symphony Orchestra. He went to the Kennedy Center, he did, on Thursday, and got his ass booed and yelled at. Hello? According to The Guardian, as the normal pre-concert announcements got underway about what the Kennedy Center had on schedule coming up later. Now, remember, let me digress a minute. Remember, Trump fired everybody on the board of directors of the Kennedy Center because the orange sewer rat is such a patron of the arts. So isn't he? He loves classical music. He loves the old masters at paintings in museums. Oh, he loves everything that is so cultural. Trump? The toilet rat? No, I don't think so. So as Trump usually handles situations that he realizes are way beyond his ability to comprehend, whether they're political, artistic, it doesn't make any difference. He just makes them go away, which is what he did with the board of directors for the Kennedy Center. And then, in a stroke of pure fucking genius, he appointed himself the chairman of the board of the Kennedy Center. Anyway, at the Kennedy Center, before whatever the event is going to be that night, there are a bunch of announcements, pre-concert announcements. And at that moment, while those announcements were going on, you could see Trump's pet ape, the so-called vice president, filing into the box with his very, very submissive wife. And in that moment, booing and jeering erupted in the Kennedy Center, which drowned out the announcements as J.D. and Usha took their seats. Now, such a thing normally does not happen. To say that it is a highly unusual event in the normally polite and restrained world of classical music would be a massive understatement, wouldn't it? And the stupid ape, I wonder how he felt knowing that everybody who was in attendance, I don't know if it was everybody, enough people were in attendance that they drowned out the announcements with their catcalls and booing and hissing. I wonder if he understood that the object of that contempt is his useless ass. So, ironically, he acknowledged the yelling and the shouts of, "You ruined this place!" with a smile and a wave. Oh, hello, everybody. Yes, I'm the Vice President of the United States. Hello. Now, everybody who was in attendance had undergone a full Secret Service security check because, well, you know, it's the Vice President of the United States, which delayed everything for about 25 minutes. So people had enough advance notice that this fucking monster was going to come in to, I don't know, listen to the music. After news of the reaction to Vance emerged, the interim director of the Kennedy Center, this little ape named Richard Grinnell, who was recently appointed by the orange toilet rat, Grinnell said the crowd was, quote, intolerant. Really, Dick? Intolerant? Oh, okay. So, if you remember back in February when the toilet rat sacked the chairman of the Kennedy Center board, along with 13 of the trustees, appointed himself as the new chair, and he brought in his foreign policy advisor, this dumb little fuck named Richard Grinnell, who is now the interim leader of the Kennedy Center. And there's a bunch of new board members. Among them is Usha. Usha's going to be on the board. Oh, yay. Now, at least she had some experience. She was on the board of the Cincinnati Symphony from 2020 to 2022. But at the time that the sewer rat fired everybody and appointed himself as the ultimate chairperson, he said this, quote, "So we took over the Kennedy Center. We didn't like what they were showing and various other things. We're going to make sure that it's good and it's not going to be woke. There's no more woke in this country. End quote. Do. Now, the new board members have recently been given their first tour of the center. You know, the little pissants who worship at the church of Donald Trump. Also at the Kennedy Center, the Washington Opera calls it as its home, National Symphony Orchestra. And according to what I have here, there are about 2,000 performances every year. Now, the concert on Thursday night, when the audience booed this Trump's pet ape, the concert was Shostakovich's Second Violin Concerto and Leonidas Kovakos, the soloist, followed by Stravinsky's Petrushka. Everything got off to a slightly shaky start before the music settled into its stride. I mean, you know, these are Russian music. Well, I don't think Kavakos is, but Shostakovich and Petrushka, Stravinsky's Petrushka. Oh, my goodness. So anyway, during the intermission, according to The Guardian, during the intermission, audience members joked about the all-Russian program, given the Trump's pet ape's brutal, asshole, stupid comments to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during that Oval Office attack in February. A group performing on the Millennium stage in the foyer of the center prior to the concert in the main auditorium. Usually these are traditional musicians, and this time it was two people, Nora Brown and Stephanie Coleman. They had banners on stage behind them with the banners reading, "Reinstate queer programming," and "Creativity at the Kennedy Center must not be suppressed," end quote. Well, back in February, the toilet rat tweeted in relation to his takeover of the Kennedy Center. He actually tweeted this, quote, "No more drag shows or other anti-American propaganda, only the best." Well, on Saturday, last Saturday, drag artists rallied outside the Kennedy Center to protest against the attack on their work. And back in February, the Kennedy Center, after the toilet rat took over, the Kennedy Center announced the cancellation of a concert scheduled to coincide with the Pride celebration in May. They canceled the Gay Men's Chorus, canceled their concert. This is so much like Hitler's takeover and destruction of culture in Germany in the 30s, as to just make someone like me, who is aware of this, as I'm sure you are, ill, just sick. Everything this toilet rat is doing is just almost a copy of what Herr Hitler did before Czechoslovakia, before Poland, before the death camps. Fuck. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. You know, the Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.